up, Taters, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going over the new YOUNGLA drop that is happening this Thursday at 12 p.m. PST, 2 p.m. CST, and 3 p.m. EST. So as always, have your calendars marked, have your alarms set. I, of course, will be sharing a countdown over on my Instagram stories the day of launch. Oh, wait, in case you need a little extra reminder, you have it. You can turn on the notifications for that. It'll remind you when the countdown goes off. Also, I'm currently getting over like a little cold sinus allergy thing. I'm not really sure, but I do sound a little nasally, a little strange, so bear with me on that. That is also why this YouTube video is getting up a little bit later than I would like. To be honest, I think my past few try-on hauls have been going up a little bit later than I would like. However, you know, life happens, and I'm gonna try to be better about try-on hauls and not do them so last minute for you guys. But either way, I do make sure that you guys get a full try-on haul going over at least one piece from every single item that is dropping in each collection. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right on into it. All right, and before we start going over sizing and everything, let's go ahead and go over my measurements. That way you guys can base your sizing off of what size I choose to get. I am 5'8". I'm about 155 pounds. My measurements are 36, 29, 42. That is a bust waist hip ratio. And I, of course, will be sharing every single size that I choose to get in every single piece. All right, and the first item that we're gonna be going over are the new Heritage cargo sweats. I am obsessed with these sweats. These sweats are going to come in 4 different colorways. I do have on the dark tree camo here, and I do also have the green tree camo set as well, but you are also going to get these in a black as well as a heather gray colorway. Now in these sweats, I chose to stick to my typical size large, and I absolutely love the way that these fit. They do have a nice oversized fit and feel to them, and they do come with cargo pockets on both sides down the legs. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the pockets on the green tree camo because I feel like you can see them just a little bit better, but you are gonna get 2 cargo pockets going down the sides of both sides of the legs, and then you are also going to get some regular like pockets up here, the left and right side like you typically would, and then you are also going to get drawstrings on these. Really quickly going over the length of these, I am 5'8", and this is how the sweats are fitting on me. Honestly, the perfect length for myself. However, if you are on the shorter side, don't ever be afraid to roll the waistband once. The sweats still look exactly the same. The only difference is now like 2 inches shorter on me. So any of my shorter guys and gals, don't be afraid to roll the waistband, and you can also tie them up if they're just a little bit oversized in the waist because of the drawstring. And the inside material of these is going to be a softer terry material. This is not going to be a super fuzzy material, so you don't have to worry about these leaving any fuzzies on your legs if you get a little sweaty in them. And you shouldn't get quite as hot in these as you would your typical wintry, like super fuzzy sweats. All right, and I went ahead and threw on the green tree camo colorway as well, just so that you guys can kind of see the difference in the camos. I've been absolutely obsessed with camo lately, and of course I love cargos. I just think cargos add just a little bit of flair to sweats, so I love these. 100% suggest getting a pair because I think these may be my new favorite sweats from YOUNGLA. All right, and next up we have the new Heritage zip-up hoodies. These are going to be your typical zip-up jackets that you get from YOUNGLA, and these are going to come in 4 different colorways. I have on the dark tree camo colorway here. You also have the jacket in the heather gray colorway. You are also going to get these in a black colorway, as well as a green tree camo colorway to match all of the sweats that are going to be dropping. Now in these 2 zip-ups, I did choose to get 2 different sizes. So I did choose to get the dark tree camo in a 2XL and the heather gray in an extra large. So I will be trying on both of those to show you guys exactly how they fit. All right, and here is how the 2XL in the dark tree camo fits on me. It is quite a bit oversized. I personally like to get my jackets just a little bit oversized, and I honestly like to style them the same way that I do like button-ups. Kind of zip it like 2/3 of the way up, and then I will shimmy it a little bit off the shoulder. We'll probably like tuck it into a pair of shorts or something, and that's how I like to wear size 2XLs. I am gonna go ahead and throw on the extra large just so that you guys can see sizing difference on me. All right, and here's the extra large in the heather gray colorway. As you can see, it is still oversized. Honestly, between the 2XL and the extra large, I think that there's not a huge difference in sizing. These zip-ups are going to be your typical fitting zip-up, so personally for me, I choose to get them oversized. You guys can choose to stay true to size if you would like. And the inside material of these jackets is going to be the exact same as the sweats. So these are going to be a little bit more of a softer terry material. They're not going to be super fuzzy, so they won't be leaving any little fuzzies or marks if you do get a little bit sweaty in them in the gym. All right, and the next item that we're going to be going over are the new anime joggers. I was honestly a little bit skeptical about these, especially on a female build. However, I absolutely love these. These are super, super oversized and baggy in the legs, but they do cuff at the bottom. So it gives that like anime style look to them. I actually really, really like these. All right, and then really quickly wanted to show you guys the bottom of these joggers. They do have a Velcro strap, so you can either loosen them so that they fit like a full length jogger, or I personally like to show my socks a little bit, so I'll put it a little bit tighter so that it sits right there and it will stay sitting right there the entire time that I wear these. I think these are the coolest things ever. Really quickly, for sizing reference, I did choose to stick to my typical size large in these. This is how the largest fit on me. I honestly would say true to size on these. They are going to be a little bit more oversized in the leg area, but that's on purpose. That's to give them the anime look that they're made for. And then in these joggers, you are going to get them in 4 different colorways. I of course have on the black colorway here, but you are also going to get them in a dark tree camo colorway, their gray colorway, as well as a red colorway. Then again, the inside material on these is going to be a little bit of a softer terry material. It's not going to be too fuzzy where you're going to get too hot. And they are going to come with drawstrings so that you can tie them up in case the waistband is just a little too big for you. However, I love a little bit baggier of a waistband on these because I think it just adds to the look. All right, and next item that we're going to be going over are the new heritage tees. These are going to be some very plain staple tees. I did choose to get these in 2 different colorways. However, you are going to get 5 different colorways in these. I of course have on the dark tree camo color here, and I did also happen to snag it in the heather gray colorway as well. Now in both the camo and the heather gray colorway, I did choose to get a size 2XL just because I personally like t-shirts to be a little bit more oversized. So this is how a size 2XL in the heritage tee fits on me. Honestly, super oversized, super baggy. And then for my girly pops, I do like to personally style my tees by tucking them into like the side and back of my sports bra, especially if I do plan on wearing a really oversized bottom like the anime joggers or the new heritage joggers. I personally like to just do a little tuck and style into like the side of my sports bra, a little bit into the back of it. It's a little bit of skin breakage and it doesn't quite make you look full Adam Sandler, although there is no issue with going full Adam Sandler, okay? Wear whatever you want to the gym because at the end of the day, the only person that you are going there to impress is you. And the only person whose opinions you should care about is your own. Then really quickly, I went ahead and threw on the heather gray and the 2XL just to show you guys what the heather gray looks like on me. Again, with these tees, these are going to fit like a normal tee from Young LA, so they are not going to be cropped. This is fitting me the exact same as a typical 2XL tee like we used to get in the past from them, so I'm glad they're kind of going for a little bit more full length again. Now we all know that we're going to get the dark tree camo as well as this heather gray color since I do have them on hand. However, you are also going to get these tees in a black, charcoal gray, and white colorway. All right, and up next we have the new heritage baggy shorts. These are giving Adam Sandler and I absolutely love it. I did go ahead and tuck and style one of the heritage tees with these baggy shorts. Honestly, I know this may not look like a look to you guys, but I am all about comfort. So I can definitely see myself lounging around in this all summer long, going to the grocery store like this, because you know what? Who cares what other people think? I'm gonna wear exactly what I want, how I want, where I want, when I want, because this is my life and I get to choose exactly what I wanna do. All right, and going over all the details on these baggy shorts, I did choose to get these in the heather gray colorway. However, you are also going to get them in a dark tree colorway, green tree colorway, and black colorway. And these shorts are going to fit a lot like a sweat material. However, the inside material on these is going to be that soft terry material again. So you won't get quite as sweaty in these, and then you also won't have any little fuzzies stuck on you. And in these shorts, I did choose to get a size large, which is my typical size in all sweats. I would say stay true to size on whatever size sweat you typically get because the waistband is very, very similar. All right, and next item that we have are the new Royal Night tees. I think these are the coolest tees. I absolutely love a giant graphic design tee, especially a design that takes up the entire shirt. Now, I did choose to get this one in a size 2XL because we all know this already, but I am ridiculous and I do choose to get the biggest size possible when it comes to t-shirts. This is how a size 2XL fits on me. As you can see, it is quite a bit oversized. You are gonna get this tee in 3 different colorways. I of course have on the black wash colorway here. You are also going to get it in a purple as well as a gray colorway. Like, just look at all of the little details in this shirt. Now with this shirt, there is only going to be designs on the front side, and all of the colorways are going to come with the same design on the front. However, it's just whatever color shirt you want it on, that's what you can base your purchase off of. And then again, with the fit and feel of these, this is a 2XL on me, and it's not looking cropped, and the sleeves are not looking any shorter than your typical typical 2XL. So with these, I would stay true to size or get them oversized depending on whatever you want. However, I will go ahead and say that these are going to be your regular length. You don't have to worry about anything being cropped. All right, and moving on to the new Gladiator tee. Now, these tees are going to be just a little bit different compared to the other tees that we're getting in this drop. So let's go ahead and go over all the details. So with these tees, they are going to be a little bit of a thicker material, and then it is going to be kind of like a thermally type material on the inside and the outside. So these kind of have like that thermally feel to them. All right, and in this Gladiator tee, I did choose to get a size 2XL. So this is how a size 2XL fits on me. Go ahead and say I do think that the sleeves run a little bit longer than your typical tee from Young LA. And then the bottom of the tee is going to fit like your typical shirt. It is not going to be a crop shirt. And then the shirt is going to come in 3 different colorways. I of course have on the black colorway here. However, it is also going to come in a gray blue washed colorway as well as a light gray colorway. And next up we have the new Spartan tees. These are going to come in 3 different colorways. I do have on the gray colorway here, but you're also going to get it in a black as well as a tan colorway. And then again, the same concept as all the other tees from the drop. This design is going to be the exact same across all 3 colorways. The only difference is going to be what color shirt you choose to get the design on. All right, and then in this tee, per usual, I did choose to get a size 2XL. So this is how a size 2XL fits on me. Very oversized, very typical. Now, with this shirt, I will say that this is a very, very thin shirt. This one's a little bit thinner, a little bit more breathable than our typical Young LA tees, which I honestly love, especially with summer coming around the corner. And I do also love how it has like a very faded appearance on the coloring on all 3 of the shirts. It's just like super comfy. Like, I don't even care about the design half the time, you know what I mean? Like, I like designs. However, it's about the comfort of the shirt. And this, I could like sleep in this. The shirt is so comfy. Again, as far as sizing goes on the shirt, I am noticing that these sleeves are the same length as a typical 2XL on me, and the length as far as the shirt goes is the same length. It is not a crop tee, so this is going to fit very true to size. So you can either choose to stay true to your typical size or get it oversized like myself. All right, and next up we have the new Samurai Cutoffs. These are going to fit like your typical cutoffs. These are going to come in 2 different designs. So they are both going to be in a black wash colorway. However, the front design is going to be the exact same. It's the back design that's going to differ between the 2 different choices that you have on the website. So this design that I currently have on here is called the Mythical Warrior design. It's honestly super stinking cool. I love how the design on the back of this takes up literally the entire back of the cutoff, and it goes the same way with the other design. The other design is going to be called Dragon Whisper, and it's going to have like a giant dragon on the back. Same concept. The entire back of the cutoff is going to be taken up by a full design, and it is going to come on a black cutoff. As far as sizing goes, I did choose to get a size 2XL in this one because I loved how giant the design was on the back of this, so I don't want to like tuck it all the way around like I typically do on a size small. So with this one, I'll probably just take an edge and tuck it into like the side of my shorts or even like the edge of the side of my sports bra. That way it kind of gives me less of like a full boxy look whenever I go to wear this, but I still get to see the full design on the back. Alrighty, my taters, that is everything that is dropping from Young LA on the 22nd. So this Thursday on time, even be on the site a little bit early, especially for the new cargo joggers. I have just a weird feeling that those are really going to fly. So I hope this little try on haul was helpful for you guys. As always, if you have any questions regarding anything whatsoever, please feel free to drop them down below in the comments, message me over on my Instagram or message me over on my Snapchat. I am active on all of those platforms and am more than happy to answer any questions that you guys may have. As always, don't forget to use code TATER on anything Young LA or Young LA for her, as it will save you 15% off of your entire purchase, and it does also help directly support me. So please DM me your orders over on Instagram so that I can personally thank you guys, because I literally wouldn't be doing any of this without you, and I owe everything to you. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I also love to see y'all's orders because I love to see what y'all shop for. I like to see what outfits you guys plan on putting together, you know? We could talk about fit. That's just a girly girl in me. I love clothes. Alrighty guys, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you later, taters. Little life update, just got back from California. We had the very first Young LA for Her community event in LA this past weekend, and it was amazing meeting all of you that are local in California. I absolutely adore every single one of you. Y'all make my world go round. Like literally, I love meeting and chatting with you guys and just to know you guys as people. It's the little things that make all of this worth it. And yeah, I just really love you guys. Like I feel like really sappy after this weekend, getting to meet all of you, getting to do yoga, which yoga is hard, okay? Whoever says like Pilates and yoga is not hard, It takes a whole nother level of strength to get through that. And let me tell you, your girl did not have that kind of strength. I was struggling. I was the only one that was flat out like sweating over there. Everyone else looked so pretty and cutesy and girly while they were doing yoga. And then I'm over there like heavy breathing, sweating all over the mat. I think I need to add yoga in. So if any of you want to go do puppy yoga with me, let me know and we'll go do puppy yoga together. Anyways, sorry for chatting your little ears off. I just love you guys so much. So I'm gonna let you get on with the rest of your day. I love you, Pookies.